Hi guys, Alex here from Drayton's, here we've got an Audi A3 1.5 TFSI CoD Sport Sportback, finished in Cosmos Blue metallic paint. All the wheels and tyres are in very good condition. These are 17-inch 5-arm design alloys. At the back you do get a good sized boot, a generous amount of space, and the back seats will fold down if you need any extra room in there. The boot floor will also drop down a level if you need any extra room there as well. This car has got MOT until the 12th of the 10th 2022 and was last serviced on the 13th of the 10th 2021. The black rally cloth seats with the headline in rock grey. You've also got rock grey on the a little sliver of the seat there. The seats are very comfortable. You've got decent bolsters on the side and the base to keep you in place, and that continues to the back of the car as well. Up front we have your Rev Counter on the left, your speedo on the right, and digital screen in the centre. So we have your onboard computer. Got various different information on there: average speed, average MPG, fuel range, things like that. You've also got an efficiency program which goes into a bit more detail about your energy usage. Then we also have a digital speedo, which I personally prefer using, but that's because the speedo in my car is digital. But I prefer having that on, but everyone has their own preference on that. You also still have the little scroller options at the bottom as well, so you can still have your MPG, average speed, things like that on there, and your fuel range if you like. Apologies. We also have a reduced display as well, so you can turn that off altogether. You've also got various different tabs you can have, so that's the car tab, and you've got your radio and media tab on to the right hand side, your Bluetooth tab which you can make calls directly from, and you've also got your Satnav tab as well. So when you've got a route set, that will show you next direction on there. When you don't have a route set, it is just a compass, as you can see there, and the road name you're currently driving on will come up on there, but we are underground, so it doesn't actually recognise it as a road. But as soon as you go off here, it'll say Gunnersbury Lane. Moving on to the main screen, you've got a nice layout of the screen. You also have Audi smartphones, that's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can have your own phone screen on the screen in the car. If you prefer just have your calls and your music coming through, then you can do that just via Bluetooth as well. You also got various different media things you can have. So as I mentioned, you've got Bluetooth, you've got aux, you've got USB, SD card as well, and you've also got a CD player which is just located in the glove box there. You also get DAB, FM, AM radio, and you can set favourites as well. The Satnav system in this car is very easy to use. It's nicely up to date. It's very clear as well. You can change the points of interest, which are the little white things on here. Change the points of interest, get rid of some, add some, whatever you fancy, and it does show the traffic as well on here. And you can zoom in, zoom out, and change the orientation from 3D to 2D to driving position, things like that. And then you can just switch to the destination entry there as well. Moving down, we have your engine start stop, your stability control. That's the button to turn the screen on and off, so it will shut down. It won't shut down entirely though, so if you do have a route set, for example, on your sat nav, it won't actually cancel it, it'll just put the screen away. And we also have drive select, which I will go through with you now. So on the car settings, you've got Audi drive select. You've got various different driving modes. Dynamic is the sportier setup. Comfort, more for everyday driving. Efficiency is what you would use, or what I would use on motorway driving and things like that. On the individual settings, you can change the engine and the gearbox and the steering. So engine gearbox is currently in dynamic, steering in comfort. So with the engine and gearbox in dynamic, you've got sharper throttle response and engine response, and with the steering in comfort, you've got the nice light steering. Whereas in dynamic mode, the steering is slightly heavier to give it a sportier feel and more weight through the steering. so you've got more steering feel. And if the engine gearbox is in comfort mode, it's a bit, well, it's slower to respond, so it makes crawling in traffic and things like that a lot easier. You've also got your servicing and checks, so on here you can keep an eye on your service interval when that's next due. You will get a reminder close to the time saying you need a service soon, whether that be the mileage constraint or the time constraint, but if you just want to keep an eye on that, then you can. So back to the button down here, so that is the shortcut button for the drive select, so you can quickly cycle through those without having to fiddle around going through the main screen. We've also got dual zone climate control, so we have driver and passenger temperature. That's getting a bit hot actually, but so you can have two different temperatures, which is probably more than likely. From my own experience, I know I like it warm and my other half likes it Baltically cold, so it's nice to have the option to have both temperatures. And then you've just got your directional controls and your fan speed there as well, and you've also got heated rear window. We have a 12-volt socket down here, a couple of cup holders. Also got an S-Tronic gearbox, so the two different drive modes on here. So you've got your standard drive, which is set up more for efficiency, and the sporty setup, which keeps the power in the optimum power band for performance, as opposed to the efficient normal driving mode. Also got your volume controls there, and your shortcuts for the infotainment system with the swivel wheel to control everything. Also got an electronic parking brake, and hill hold assist as well. It's always nice to have. And then we've got a couple of USBs in there. So the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which I mentioned earlier, which is just the Audi smartphone, that is connected via USB. So you will need to use a USB if you want to use that. We have the sport steering wheel with multifunction controls on the left hand side, and your volume and hands-free controls on the right hand side. So left hand side pod controls the screen in front, and the right hand side you've got your volume dial, you've got your hands-free voice activation, your hands-free, and your special character as well. So the special characters, a couple of different settings you can have in the main menu, one of which is to change between radio and media just by pressing the special character. The other is to turn traffic announcements, Satnav announcements on and off. You will have to choose which one you want to use. Personally, I've never used that character when I've driven any of these cars, but if you want to use it, then it is there. We also have cruise control, rain sensing wipers, flappy paddles for if you prefer a manual style of driving, a sportier style of driving, automatic headlights, and heated and electrically adjustable wing mirrors as well. You also get this nice aluminium inserts on here as well, which just bring a bit of light to the cabin. You do also get rear parking sensors on this particular model as well. But in the back, again, you've got the cloth seats in the rear with the little grey stripe again. Good amount of space in here. The back seat, the driver's seat is pushed back quite a bit to get a better view of the front, and you've still got a good amount of leg room, so you can fit 3 adults in the back. Very nice cars to drive. The A3 is very comfortable, and this 1.5 engine's got quite a punchy throttle as well, so it does perform quite well, and it handles well as well. It will come with 6 months gold cover warranty, which can be extended for as little as £199 for an extra 6 months. We also have a range of finance options available, so if finance is something you're looking for, then we can help you out with that as well. If you need any more information on this car or any of the cars we have in stock, please go to draytons.co.uk. Thank you.